alive.
Okay, I'm alive.
You are. He's alive, you guys. It's Dara and Herbie. And Herbie brought me pink roses, which I'm going to put so everybody can enjoy them. And we are having dinner. It's Friday night, and Herbie's here for dinner. And
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. And you guys haven't seen Herbie in a long time. So while I'm chopping and prepping, Herbie's going to tell you how he is, because everybody always asks, how is Herbie? Herbie's 89. Tell them your story for some people who don't know you yet.
Okay. Well,
Okay? Tell them who you are.
All right. I was married to Dara's mama.
Yes.
And
Hi, Teresa.
unfortunately, her journey ended a day before my 85th birthday in New Jersey.
4 years ago.
Yeah, 4 plus, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 3 of my 4 children asked me to move near them or come out. And 2 of them are on the East Coast, and Dara was here on the West Coast. And we, in early spring of blessed memory, Bev and I had discussed coming here for the winter.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, it wasn't to be. And so that when Dara handled her journeys and unbelievably super in terms of it was like a movie. You could make a documentary in terms of how to handle someone's journey ending. And that was in August, and Dara, I think, stayed to the end of August. They had to come back with Jada for schooling. And I put our home up for sale, and I packed up, and between the children on the East Coast, the neighbors, and the Goodwill Industries, I emptied the furniture and the silverware and the chinaware, and you name it. And I came out here on October 15th, 2013, and I started into eating what I call the menu of health.
Awesome.
That Dara had started her mom of blessed memory with organic meals, and I felt I should support Bev at the time and have the same thing. And I was fortunate enough to not have any great improvements right away, but I felt something good happening in my body. So Dara got me started, and I followed through, and I came here October 15th. I flew in with 2 bags, and I had packed my car and shipped the car here.
There was nothing in the car. There was nothing in the car.
I had a lot of dust I brought with me.
He came at 85 with 2 little suitcases. It's proof that you're never too old for change, says Caroline, who knows things. Thank you, Caroline. And Teresa's mom turned 79 today, so happy birthday. And she's eating vegan food.
And,
go ahead.
Then the time going on, that
your fingers are on the cutting board and they look like carrots.
Just, oh, I don't want to lose weight that way.
Go ahead, keep going.
And it so happened in 6 months, whatever arthritis pains I had disappeared. In 6 months, my spinal stenosis, which back in New Jersey, I could only walk 2 houses and have to stop and catch my breath and deal with the pain. And already the doctors were talking to me about a couple of different options. And also, but at times, we never had dogs, but we had one time we had Dara's dogs. They come east for, what, about a year? And
I told Mommy I couldn't handle eyeballs looking at me. There were like 4 eyeballs all minutes of the day. So she's like, let me watch them.
The walking the dogs was a great camouflage for me, because they would stop and sniff at all the bushes and you name it. But that was gone in 6 months, and then I had pain in my left hand and carpal tunnel and that was gone in a year. And so I was not a born-again Christian, but I had a born-again body.
You did. And Cloud, our family member here, just said that her mother, or his mother, I think it's a her, eating vegan. So people are starting to do what you did. So
right.
Congratulations. It's always nice when you reach a family member and they get it.
Yeah.
Herbie, you are such an inspiration. I wish my mom would be as committed to take back her life like you have.
Well,
Let food be your medicine.
It wasn't hard to make a commitment because at that time I was 85, and gee, life was better, and it wasn't so much the golden age turned into a platinum age or whatever's better than gold, and it made a lot of sense, as well as there is a commitment, but a good reason to make a commitment.
Look, don't touch, but I want to show you what you're eating.
Oh.
It's colorful. He's getting purple cauliflower, kale, carrots, onions that were sauteed in coconut oil with Indian spices, masala, and chili pepper and black pepper. Isn't that nice?
Great odor.
I'm going to put a little bit of lemon.
And it matches your new carpet.
It does. We'll show you guys. So this has, it has a little bit of coconut syrup and a little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of salt, some Indian spices, and that's it. And we're going to serve it for you over brown rice.
Oh,
yes,
fantastic. Fantastic.
Go ahead, Herbie.
So the first year that I was here, I lived in the same building that DARA'S home was in. And then mutually we agreed it would be best for both of us that I live in the neighborhood.
Like a block away.
No, even less, half a block away. And that worked out very, very well. And that's where I still am. And in that building is one of the great organic vegan
Let's have some of these.
restaurants.
Cafe Gratitude.
Cafe Gratitude. A lot of you are very aware of. Because
I'm going to cut some of these up.
Oh, asparagus.
Yes.
Super. And I have a very busy life here. I was able to, one of the first persons I met was Denise Kaufman, who's not only a fantastic yoga teacher, but also a great musician. She was with the Cup of Aces, and some of you may see some of that because they're here 30 years later. When they started in San Francisco, they got back together not too long ago, and they're cutting records and
Hey, Patrick, will you take a picture of us?
and what Denise did also, besides getting me started with the yoga, which helped make me flexible, is the fact that she's a great musician, and then through Denise, I met someone who would give me a weekly massage, and someone also became an instructor at Gold's Gym. So I had a good routine of improving my flexibility, my in terms of my stability, because way out of proportion, if an old person or a senior person with a trip, break their hips, or sometimes even worse, and some end up with a cane or a wheelchair or whatever. And so we work on that very, very diligently. In fact, there's some things I do, even like if I'm in an elevator, I stand on one foot to help build up.
I saw a woman online at the ladies' bathroom at the airport, and she was doing little little leg lifts, leg extensions. Just while she was online, I was like, "That's so inspiring." She goes, "I inspire people." I was like, "So do I." Anyway, I couldn't find her on YouTube. She said her YouTube name was Rick Moranis, and I looked. I couldn't find her.
Maybe the way that you spelled it.
Yeah, maybe. I gotta look again. Anyway, I'm trying to open these. I ordered these.
Did you hit it?
Preserved lemon from Dark Horse, and I think it might be a nice addition. Dark Horse has cool stuff.
Looks good.
Yeah, let's taste
They
it.
look like peaches.
Yeah, but it's preserved lemons. Let's see. I've never used them, but I like experimenting. Mommy liked experimenting in the kitchen.
This is where I think you learn how to cook.
Yeah, she was so good in the kitchen. She was just so easy, breezy, good.
Well,
it's really interesting. Here. It's like a vinegary, lemony, fermented. I think it's probably good for us. So I'll put a little bit in the mixture.
There's a little salt taste too.
Yeah, it's going in. So never heard of that. Sounds awesome. I think it's used in Moroccan food a lot, preserved lemon. So, you know, we'll use it.
I don't know why, but you reminded me. At one time I was eating a half a lemon a day, and then for some reason I stopped.
You did?
Yeah, I guess.
I'll give you lemon.
No, I can get them. In fact, Denise has a lemon tree, and she used to supply me. But
Well,
I don't know why I stopped.
Herbie's feeling good. He's happy. Your attitude of gratitude is remarkable. Talk about that. How come you're so grateful every day?
Well, listen, you start off the day, you get up, and I'm grateful, I'm thankful that my parents had me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
That's as grateful as it gets.
And I was fortunate, like many other people, being born in 1928 and being raised in the early 30s. Life was much different than most people, because I found out much later when I got older why we moved so often. And because in order to, people who own little apartment houses and so on, they give you a free month's rent.
Oh, really?
And that would help the budget. I went to a grammar school, lived in a neighborhood that was half blacks and half white, it was, you know, fellow human beings, and it so happened that when the war broke out, that was in 1939 in Europe. America didn't join until the Pearl Harbor in '41. Is that somehow the economy started to change, and my dad was who came from Russia, came to this country when he was 17 in 1912. And he had a gas station that also had a one-story garage. And during that time, he was able to build up to 3 stations, and also had a little Benedict Coal Company, a little office with a coal truck. At that time, coal was a big, in the 30s and early 40s, was a big heating setup. And so I didn't know I was poor, but our home was always filled with love, and my parents were outstanding, even though they had very little formal education. They had common sense, they had street smarts.
So you had gratitude about your parents. That's the beginning. That's as far back as you can go. Right. Hey, Tricia. So everybody's so happy to see you, Herbie.
Well,
I'm
happy to be here, and after I smell what pretty soon I'm going to eat, my stomach is excited.
You look great, Sir Herbie. That's what they say. You look like a movie star.
I don't know about that.
Oh, yes, you do.
Well,
so we're going to sign off, and we're going to eat dinner.
To be continued.
To be continued, and the best is yet
to come. And when people ask me on a scale of 1 to 10, how do I feel? And I tell them I'm an 11.
You are an 11.
So, well, love and gratitude.
Love and gratitude, everybody is so happy. Leave a comment after the video so Herbie can read it, because for some reason when we're done with this one, the comments go, but you can leave a comment for Herbie after. That would be great. And thumbs up, and we will see you guys soon.
Very soon.
Very
Thank you.
soon.
Best is yet to come.
It is.